Now, as part of ongoing initiatives to sensitize different sectors and to create awareness and achieve the strategic objectives of the National Cybersecurity Policy and Strategy 2021, the Office of the National Security Advisor organized a two-day cybersecurity sensitization workshop on the implementation of the policy on Judiciary and National Assembly. The National Security Advisor, Babangana Mungono, who reviewed emerging risks in cyberspace, tasked stakeholders in the Judiciary and the National Assembly to drive the effective implementation for the Strategic Action Plan and to strengthen the legal and regulatory framework towards protecting cyberspace. KAFTAN television correspondent Benedict Uku has more, as read from our studios.
At the Awareness and Sensitization Workshop on the implementation of Nigeria National Cybersecurity Policy on Judiciary and National Assembly, the National Security Advisor Babangana Mungono, represented by its Director Policy and Strategy, Office of National Security Advisor Aminu Lawal, tasked stakeholders to drive the effective implementation for the Strategic Action Plan and to collaborate towards protection of the system.
To explore the tremendous potential that resides in the cybersecurity ecosystem globally, the right laws and legislation must be in place to strengthen the existing cybersecurity legal frameworks in Nigeria. However, more efforts are required to develop the requisite framework for the gathering and use of electronic/digital evidence, methods of validating and reviewing admissibility issues for electronic evidence in the investigations and prosecution processes. Furthermore, there is the urgent need to facilitate the enactment of the data protection legislation for Nigeria to bridge the existing gap on data protection and privacy matters, as well as meet the international standards and best practices in this regard. I enjoy all participants to work together constructively and provide the necessary inputs to drive the effective implementation of the NCPS 2021.
The Director Communications Office of the NSA, Dr. Bala Fakandu, who reviewed the overview of the Strategic Action Plan, also explained what each stakeholder needs to do to implement and strengthen the legal and regulatory framework.
This is actually driving home the essence of this strategy and the need for us to understand the importance of implementing the strategy ambition. And the reason why we're here is to ensure that you have that understanding what to do to implement the strategy itself.
Now, the review of this strategy is also part of strengthening the regulatory framework. That's amendment of the Cybercrime Act or legislation is a key component of this item. Then the enactment and harmonization of new and existing legislations. So these are things that concerns directly the National Assembly and the Judiciary. How do we make sure we get some of these legislations on board to actually enhance our capacity and strengthen our legal framework and our activities in handling the issue of cybersecurity?
Director Communications NSA Brigadier General Samad Akesode noted that the workshop will build the capacity of relevant stakeholders on their responsibilities under the National Cybersecurity Policy and Strategy in tackling emerging cyber threats in the judiciary.
The National Cybersecurity Policy and Strategy document 2021 was unveiled by Mr. President on the 23rd of February 2021. The document presents the national roadmap for addressing the emerging threats in the cyber domain and enhancing the progressive use of Nigeria's cyberspace. This sensitization campaign is thus in recognition of the Judiciary and National Assembly's vital role in enhancing cybersecurity in Nigeria. Hence, the judiciary and the legislature, as two of the three important arms or organs of government, have evolved in order that the goals and businesses of government may be achieved and carried out effectively.
The President's Court of Appeal said Nigeria needs an insurance policy in tackling cybersecurity.
Nigeria urgently requires a comprehensive and effective insurance policy that will underwrite loss occurring from cybercrime. This policy will engage insurance companies more productively in the war against cybercrime. I believe strongly that every Nigerian should be captured and put in one form of insurance scheme or the other.
Cybercrime law identifies standards of acceptable behavior for information and communication technology users, establishes social legal sanctions for cybercrime, and protects ICT users. In general, it is hoped that the sensitization workshop on implementation of the Strategic Action Plan on Judiciary will go a long way in preventing harm to people, data, systems, services, and infrastructure in particular.